Hello, Steve White, Trekboy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, everyone's talking about the Sidetrack guy's latest video. Now, I have been watching this guy's channel for a while, and I seem to be the only one commenting on his videos and talking about his videos, and he's been saying a lot of things about Star Trek in the last few months. He claims to have a contact in the business side of Paramount or Skydance or Paramount Plus or something that sort of knows what's happening with the contracts, so he seems to be predicting what's happening with Star Trek through that and also just what he's hearing. And I don't seem to be hearing a lot about it. I don't seem to see a lot of people sort of covering his stories or paying much attention, but all of a sudden everyone's talking about his last video. His last video said that Starfleet Academy was already cancelled. This is old news. They greenlit 2 seasons back to back basically because they're trying to get as much out as they can before the contract ends. So they're just going to barrel through 2 seasons, and they weren't doing any more because the contract they can't do any more in the time that they've got. They're doing those 2 seasons, and they're finishing off season 4 of Strange New Worlds and doing season 5 of Strange New Worlds as well, the abridged 6-episode season, and they weren't really doing any more, and this is what was happening, that the show was only going to get 2 seasons regardless of if it was good or bad. That's all they were going to do. So if he's just saying that it's cancelled, well, that's old news. Already knew that it was cancelled. If he's saying that they're going to stop production and they're not actually going to film the 2nd season, or they're going to stop it where it is, because I thought they'd filmed the 2 seasons back to back and that they got the 1st season ready to be aired soon, but the 2nd season was still sort of being finished. If that's the case, if they're going to stop production and not finish it, that would be fairly serious and embarrassing to Kurtzman. But if they're just cancelling it and just confirming they're not going to go on with it, then this is old news. But people are acting like the show has filmed the 1st season, is going to be filming a 2nd season and going on. And they're saying, no, they've looked at the 1st season, the producers have seen the 1st season, and they're not happy with it, and they've basically cancelled it and they're not going to go on with the 2nd season. My understanding is they pay part of the money, but if they pull out, Secret Hideout can fund it themselves, or they can find a backer, and they don't need Paramount's permission to do the show. They may give Paramount first option with the show they're proposing, but if Paramount doesn't want to do it, they can always fund it themselves or get the money anyway, and Paramount can't stop them from doing it, which is really bad. But and that's sort of what happened with Prodigy, where Paramount didn't want it, so they went and sold it to Netflix. But that was just to screen it, because it had already been greenlit, produced, and they were just finishing it off basically. And people acted like that they bought it and they were going to do a 3rd season, and they were just screening it. So now people are acting like the show is being cancelled and they're not going to finish it, when, as far as I know, they've greenlit 2 seasons, and if they didn't film them back to back already, they're going to film them as scheduled because it's already funded. So I don't understand how this is a thing, but that's what people are saying. That's the story. Everyone's going with it, and everyone seems to be really invested in it. I saw Clownfish Media and a bunch of other people doing videos about it, and I'm like, I didn't even do a video about that one, because I saw him do it and I'm like, it already is cancelled. And they're not going to stop them from finishing the season, because they can't. So long as they've got the money already from Paramount or the money from someone else, they can't stop them from making it. Just like they couldn't stop them from making Prodigy. They didn't have to put it on Paramount Plus, and Secret Hideout went and sold it to Netflix, but that was just to air it, and they were never going to get another season. But people were acting like, oh, they'll do another season if it does well in the ratings. I'm like, that was never on the cards. That's just not the way it works. And it was bizarre, and it was so nice to finally get the word that they're stopping screening the show. The contract finished, and it's not going to be streaming there anymore, and they're not doing a 3rd season, and they never were. And finally you could say to people, it's not happening, because they just wouldn't believe it. But yeah, so that's what we're hearing, that the show's been cancelled, that they're taking some action, some aggressive action to actually stop the production, or the people were under the impression that it wasn't cancelled, and now they're just understanding, oh, it is cancelled, they're not doing it anymore, it's already been canned. So I'm not quite sure exactly what is happening and what people are getting from this, but what they're saying is that it's cancelled suddenly, that they've watched the producers or the studio, whoever, have seen the episodes, season 1, and they just don't want to do it. But yet he's not specifically saying that. He's saying that they're not happy with it and they're probably not going to do the second season. And I'm like, they've already greenlit, they've already funded it, they can't stop it. It doesn't, I think he's just not making stuff up, but he's just coming to random conclusions and putting them out there as actual rumours, stories, leaks or whatever. And I just find it really weird that this story is the one people are sort of grabbing onto and sharing and talking about. So I thought, well, I have to do a video about it because everyone else is talking about it. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of, Starfleet Academy's future and if it has one.